So, after Ursula von der Leyen and the European Commission announced the European Green Deal back in December, now has come the time for the European Commission President to tell the EU just how she's going to pay for it. And the answer to that question? Well, it's a Sustainable Europe Investment Plan. The most notable point of this plan is the Just Transition Mechanism, the process by which the European Commission are going to move over countries, predominantly in the East, from carbon, coal-heavy economies through into the green future. And that's what we've been looking at De Havilland today on the release of this document. So where has there been a degree of dissent between the European Commission and other member states? Well, it's been between some of the Western member states and the East. Notably Poland, who previously back in December rejected the 2050 climate neutrality goal that was put towards the Council. But also Hungary are not particularly happy with the prospect of funds moving from the cohesion fund budget into climate funding, which would make some of those projects previously available maybe not on the menu. So it'll be interesting to see how Ursula von der Leyen balances the ambitions of the Central European member states like France and Germany and the requirements of countries like Poland, who get 80% of their electricity from resources like coal. Where does this huge growth strategy leave public affairs professionals? Well, the key word that comes to my mind is adaptation. Not only adaptation to a new system of regulatory compliance, but adapting to the new strategic agenda that's so clear, not only across the European Commission who've come up with the European Green Deal, but also a relatively new European Parliament and also EU member states that have got a real appetite to progress this agenda. So that's something that's very important to monitor from a public affairs perspective. And it'll be certainly very interesting to see what happens over the next 5 to 10 years.